चलो गाइस आ जाइए फटाफट। आई होप एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग फाइन। ऑडियो वीडियो ऑल क्लियर क्या दादा, एक बार चेक करके बता दीजिए सो दैट वी कैन स्टार्ट। राइट, शुड वी स्टार्ट? परफेक्ट परफेक्ट परफेक्ट, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग, वेरी गुड मॉर्निंग। आई होप एवरीथिंग इज वर्किंग एब्सोल्युटली वेल। राइट, चलो so let's begin. The most important chapter of costing is our marginal costing. We are done with, ठीक है। I was occupied with other thing and मैंने आपको मैसेज डाला भी था। I was not good with the throat basically। और घर पे पूजा भी थी। I did shifting, तो हाउस शिफ्टिंग वगैरह था, तो 2 दिन के वजह से I was not able to take the class and मैंने रिपोर्ट भी किया था आपको ग्रुप पे। So from today we are starting with the remaining session. So first thing is we are done with cost sheet, then we did the basic part, then we did material, then we did labor. 4 part done. Now we are starting with सबसे important chapter, marginal. Then we will do marginal, standard, budget, then other chapters which are less important, because we have to cover the basic 3 and end 3 part much in advance so that we can do methods afterwards. Right, I hope everything is clear. Should we start? Perfect. Let's begin with the model. Right, marginal costing. So before we start, I just want to give you brief basic introduction about the marginal costing thing so that we can discuss properly afterwards. Right, is it working fine? Right, chalega, perfect. We took our classes till Saturday, right? Sunday को off ही था and afterward I was not in a position to take the class. Okay, we will resume. Acha, by the way, I am going to take additional session on this Sunday. This Sunday I'll take additional session for you guys. Right, done. And CA foundation का there is one exam of CA foundation का economic BC के. In that particular class I have to take marathon on 29th. That is the 29th is Thursday, right? That is not Saturday, Thursday. So Thursday I'll be giving you off. My class will not be there on 29th because I'll be taking 1 day full day marathon for CA foundation student 1 day before exam. Okay, so today is 22. We are going to take all day sessions till 28. Okay, only 29 I'll give you off, then again we will resume. Chalega? Perfect, everybody is with me. Should we start? Good morning. Now when we talk about the marginal costing, सब लोग साथ में हो भाई? तो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट चीज है बेसिक फॉर्मेट, हमें पता होना चाहिए. व्हाट इज द बेसिक फॉर्मेट? द बेसिक फॉर्मेट सर जनरली एक है आपका ट्रेडिशनल अप्रोच, जो कि आपने ऑलरेडी अंडरस्टूड इन कॉस्ट शीट चैप्टर, राइट? इन द कॉस्ट शीट चैप्टर, राइट? which was, sir, to add the cost one by one, like PC, then factory overhead, then you will get factory cost. फिर बाद में आपको मिलता है WIP के एडजस्टमेंट वगैरह करने के बाद में यू गेट COP के बाद में आपको मिलता है COGS के बाद में आपको मिलता है COS which is cost of sales. Then after adding the profit you get the sales. So this is how you calculate in traditional way. करेक्ट है ना? करेक्ट है कि नहीं? बोलो सब लोग. We already discussed this approach in the normal costing sessions of cost sheet, right? Now next part. Just a second. Right? Chalo. When we talk about the marginal costing, the basic structure is sales minus variable cost. This will give you a contribution. ठीक है? As a revision, we will touch upon all the basic part and all the basic thing of the entire chapter, so that you will be able to solve all type of question, right? Variable cost, VC means variable cost. Then this will give you contribution. What do you mean by contribution? Right? A, B, C is equal to A minus B. Right? Contribution is giving you that amount which contribute to the fixed cost and profit. Sir, क्या बोला आपने, वापस बोलो. Contribution is that amount which gives the contribution, which contribute to the fixed cost recovery and profit earning capacity. Sir, let's say example, fixed cost is let's say 100 rupee, 70 is your variable cost, example, 30 is your contribution, right? This is rupees in lakhs, this is rupees in lakhs, okay? This is rupees in lakhs. Now 30 lakh, out of which let's say there are 10 lakhs of fixed cost. So 20 lakh is what? Is your profit. So fixed cost and E is showing you the profit. Profit is calculated by which method? C minus D method. Correct or not? The formula is very simple. Now when you are talking about contribution of 30, it shows that this 30 rupees contributing in 10 lakhs of fixed cost recovery. You are in a position to recover that entire fixed cost, plus also it is giving you 20 lakhs of profit. Samjha? Samjha? This is the basic structure of marginal costing. If you know the structure, entire chapter is over. Entire chapter is over because the entire chapter questions are based on this method, the structure, the system. If you know this, then only you will be able to solve all the, otherwise not possible. Again I am going to revise. Focus properly. Listen to it. Sales minus VC. VC means variable cost. Sir, sales means what? The entire sales revenue. Entire sales revenue. It's not sale price. Sales is calculated by which method? Sales is calculated by sale quantity multiplied by selling price. Perfect. याद रहेगा. Next. This is for A. How do you calculate the variable cost? ठीक है, ये हो गया sales revenue. How do you calculate the variable cost? Sir, variable cost VC PU multiply by quantity sold. Correct or not? Tell me. Tell me. Correct or not? Because sir, variable cost per unit, you know that you have to multiply with respect to those quantity which are sold in the market, not to those quantity which are produced. Sir, produced तो ज़्यादा होंगे. Sale 80% हुआ, 20% finished goods है. Are you going to take the sale of 100 unit and cost of 120 units? No. When I am comparing my sales to my cost, both the amount should be of same value. Correct or not? Next part. When we are talking about that D part, D which is of fixed cost, sir, how to calculate this? Don't worry, this will be given in the equation. Why? Because fixed cost is fixed in nature. This is not going to change, not gonna change, right? So this amount will be written. Sir, do I need to calculate fixed cost per unit and accordingly multiply by sales quantity? No, there is no point in calculating all that, because anyways you have to recover your fixed cost. So don't calculate this like VCPU then quantity sold in terms of fixed cost. Fixed cost, take ready-made amount which is given in the basic structure. सबको क्लियर हो गया क्या? क्या आपको मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग का बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर सबको क्लियर हुआ क्या? टेल मी क्लियरली. Everybody clear this concept or not? Now next part. Sir, formulas. What are those important formulas which we have to consider in this marginal costing? So let's go in our regular session where we have solved almost 70 plus questions. 70, yes, you heard it right. 7 plus question I have solved in marginal costing original sessions, right? मतलब हमारे जो regular student है, they know this. Now this is the LDR, all the formula at one go, right? So take the screenshot if you want and listen to it very carefully. The first formula which is mandatory is the PVR, which is called as PVR, means price volume ratio, PVR, right? So how do you calculate this? The formula is contribution divided by sales multiplied by 100, right? So let's go to our example. 100 was the sales minus VC is equal to contribution. VC was, let's say, 70 lakh, 30 was the contribution. So tell me, 30 means what? Sir, can you calculate the PVR? Yes sir, 30 divided by 100 is 30%. Yes, so should I say 30%, right? Yes. Venkat, what is absorption costing? Please tell me compared with marginal costing. Dada, right now we are teaching with the marginal costing basic. One by one will go. Okay? I hope you can consider my point. And if you know the overhead chapter properly, then only you will be able to compare. Right now I am teaching you the marginal costing. Then we will discuss the overhead next chapter. Then you will be able to compare. Traditional approach is overhead approach, right? That you consider while calculating the cost sheet, calculating the cost by way of cost sheet. There you need absorption costing, where the overhead are being absorbed on the basis of unit produced. That is a different ball game altogether, different chapter. That time we will discuss, right? 30%. Next, are we done with this? PVR, yes. Next formula. What do you mean by contribution? That we have already discussed. Contribution is that part which is contributing to your fixed cost recovery and profit. Sure, but there may be a case where the sale is 100, variable cost is 100. Can we say that contribution is 0? Yes sir. Now contribution is 0, it means no recovery of fixed cost. There will be a fixed cost. Let's say fixed cost is 10 rupee as we discussed earlier. So there will be a loss of 10 rupee. Barobar ya nahi? Because there is no contribution which is able to recover your fixed cost. You couldn't recover the fixed cost. No question of profit. You are incurring losses in this question. Simple. Because if the contribution is showing the positive amount, then let's say if you deduct the fixed cost of, let's say, 10 rupee, there will be a profit of 20. But when there will be a profit? If there is contribution. But if there is no contribution, 110% there will be a loss. समझा क्या? समझा कि नहीं समझा? Next point. When there is a loss, there is no recovery of fixed cost. But when there is a 100% recovery of fixed cost, but there is no profit and loss, that point is called as BEP, break even point. Break even point means that point where there is no profit and no loss, means variable cost is recovered and fixed cost is also recovered. Company has recovered their entire cost, but they couldn't earn the income, they couldn't earn the profit. समझा क्या? Clear? Example number 3. This was example number 1, situation number 1. This is situation number 2. This is situation number 3. Here in situation number 3, what is happening? Concentrate properly, please. Sales minus VC, let's say 70 rupee. Example. Now the contribution is 30 rupee. And example, the fixed cost is also 30. Can you please tell me what is the profit and loss? 0. No profit, no loss. Because you could recover the variable cost and you could recover your fixed cost as well. समझा क्या? सब लोग साथ में हो क्या? ऑडियो परफेक्ट चल रहा है क्या? सब लोग बता दीजिए प्लीज. Perfect. When you are 100% recovery, when there is 100% recovery of variable cost plus fixed cost, entire cost recovered. This system at this point, so at this point of sales will be called as what? BEP, break even point. क्या बोलेंगे इसको? ब्रेक इवन पॉइंट. परफेक्ट है. right now we are doing the entire revision, thorough revision, but I'm still taking the basic as if it's a normal question, normal series. Okay, please understand properly. Now when we are talking about break even point, so there are two types of BEP. What are the two types? Now write down BEP in terms of units and in terms of value. BEP in terms of unit and in terms of value. Sir, can you say this sales is what? Sales revenue है ना ये तो. So can we say sales revenue is the value of BEP? Means 100 lakhs sale is the BEP value. Means at 100 lakhs of sales revenue there is no profit and no loss, right? Yes, Raj, contribution can be negative. Yes, why not? It can be negative. Example, variable cost is high, and sale price is low. Generally it will never come in practical life. Why? Because producer will not produce those goods where the variable cost is more than sale price. मैथमेटिकली इट विल कम. अरे बाबा तुम धंधा कर रहे हो, पैसे नहीं कमाएंगे क्या? अरे पैसा कमाने के लिए धंधा कर रहे हो क्या? इधर पैसे उड़ाने के लिए नहीं करोगे ना. When you will do the business, when you want to when you want to earn the profit, first logic of earning the profit is recovering variable cost first. If you are not in a position to recover your fixed variable cost also, then why you are doing the production? Stop your business. Simple. Next. So to answer your question, mathematically contribution can be negative, but practically it will never come as negative. Are you clear with both the approach? Now BEP in unit means what? Sir, BEP value divided by selling price. Right? Now what is the contribution? What is the sale? You know in value. Next, 100 lakhs is the sale revenue. What is the sale price? Let's say sale price is, let's say, 250 rupee per unit. 250 per unit. So divide this 250 rupee per unit. You will get how many quantity you have sold to earn this 250 to earn this 100 lakhs. Now tell me. $100 lakhs divided by 250. Can we say 0.4 lakhs, because it was in rupees and lakhs na? So can we say 40,000 units? 40,000 units can we say? 40,000 unit. देख लो ना, 40,000 multiply by 250 कर दो, देखो आया क्या? 100 lakhs means what? 1 crore ना? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Clear or not? So if you sell 40,000 units, then only you will be able to recover your fixed cost plus variable cost. Otherwise you will be in losses. 100% clear or not? If you want to recover your variable cost plus fixed cost, then you have to sell all your quantity with this much level, at least 40,000 level. Otherwise you will incur loss. Yeah, perfect. अभी नेक्स्ट पॉइंट. सब लोग ध्यान दो. परफेक्ट है भाई यहां तक? तो मुझे एक बात बताओ, ये सबने लिख लिया रहेगा, स्क्रीनशॉट ले लिया रहेगा, यू कैन राइट डाउन आफ्टरवर्ड्स एज वेल. तो आज हमने क्या क्या समझ लिया? व्हाट इज द पीवीआर रेशियो, व्हाट इज द कंट्रीब्यूशन मीनिंग, व्हाट इज द प्रॉफिट मीनिंग, व्हाट इज द स्ट्रक्चर ऑफ मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग. In situ 1 we have seen there is a profit. In situation 2 we have seen there is a loss due to contribution was not sufficient to recover your fixed cost, right? Then there was a case of situation 3 where there was no profit and no loss, and entire contribution was able to recover the variable cost and fixed cost. Samjha? So at this point, can we say that there is no profit and loss? Hence, we can say there is a BEP, there is a break even point. This break even point, right? So this is a line. This is, let's say, BEP. So can we say if you sell less than your BEP, you will incur losses, and when you will sell more than BEP level, you will earn profit. जम गया? So 40,000 units और in value कितना आया? 100 lakhs. So this is the BP. So sometime question may ask you to give the to give the sales, to give the BP in units, or sometimes they ask you give the BP in value. So what should we do, sir? Always remember one thing. Definitely you can directly go with the calculation of BP in value and directly divide the BP in value with sell price. You will get BP in quantity. This is the best formula. Simple logic. Why to remember two formula when you can remember only one formula and can solve both the answer? Simple. जम गया क्या बोलो? When you have to learn only one formula and you can solve both the things with one formula, right? So remember the formula to calculate BP, and when you want to calculate the BP in unit, directly divide the value with the sale price. You will get BP unit. समझा क्या? क्या बेसिक स्ट्रक्चर पूरा मार्जिनल कॉस्टिंग का 100% सबको क्लियर हो गया क्या? बोलो एक बार, सब लोगों को क्लियर हो गया क्या? जस्ट अ सेकेंड, अभी फटाफट फटाफट आप लिख लीजिए. जस्ट राइट इट डाउन ऑल दिस. जस्ट राइट इट डाउन ऑल दिस, राइट? डन क्या दादा? लिख लिया सबने? चलो डन. डन दादा, परफेक्ट, चलो गुड। नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट पॉइंट, अभी सब लोग फटाफट ये सारे इंपॉर्टेंट फॉर्मूलाज पूरा समरी है, मैं एक बार फटाफट रिवाइज करवा देता हूँ। पहले आप लिख लीजिए, बेटर यू राइट डाउन प्रॉपर्ली all the formulas of marginal costing at one go, where I have written MOS, BEP, MOS plus BP, PVR, BEP in unit, in value, quantity means in units, then cash BP, then PVR, then BP in value, contribution, sale, cash fixed cost. This is cash fixed cost. This is at BP, and this is percentage of variable cost plus sale plus PVR is always 100. So write down this, फटाफट लिख लीजिए. This is the best summary where you will be able to accommodate every single formula of marginal costing. Right? Write down फटाफट. Even if you have this, write down in a notebook right now. अरे लिख लो भाई, जल्दी लिख लो, मैं रुका हुआ आपके लिए, जैसे कंप्लीट हो जाएगा फटाफट बोलो मुझे. हो गया क्या दादा, सबका लिख कर हो गया क्या? आर यू डन विद दिस? राइट, यस। चलो भाई आ जाओ। नाउ नेक्स्ट इंपॉर्टेंट थिंग, if you have written all this, so so what do you mean by MOS? MOS means margin of safety. What is that? Margin of safety, BP in units. If you take the total of this both, then it will be 100% same to same sales quantity. Means let's say your total sale quantity is 1 lakh unit, BP is let's say 55,000 unit, definitely 45,000 will be your MOS. Margin of safety means those sales quantity which will give you profit. So let's say in this scenario, when we are talking about 40,000 as BP, so 60,000 is MOS. Correct? Correct? So if you say total sales in let's say 1 lakh quantity, so if the BP is 40,000 quantity, then definitely the remaining, the balance sales quantity will be 60,000. This 60,000 quantity will be called as MOS, margin of safety, which will give you the profit, because 40,000 unit per, no profit, no loss. 40,000 below, there will be a loss. 40,000 above, there is a profit. So can we say this portion is MOS? Yes sir, we say this portion as MOS. Perfect. समझा क्या? Next part. MOS plus BP sales quantity जैसा था वैसा ही. If you calculate this in units, this will give you total quantity. If you calculate this in value, this will give you sales value. ठीक है? Perfect. Next, when we are talking about PVR, PVR means price volume ratio. ठीक है? Contribution divided by sales, ये हमने already discuss किया. BP in quantity. If you want to calculate direct quantity, then fixed cost divided by CPU. ठीक है? Which is the cost per unit, right? Cost per unit. Which cost? Which cost? जब आप बोलो ना, अरे वेरिएबल कॉस्ट पर यूनिट, राइट? वेरिएबल कॉस्ट पर यूनिट, राइट? इधर ध्यान दो एक बार, हमें पूरा पूरा आपको सॉल्व करके बताता हूँ. राइट, सॉरी सी मींस कॉस्ट नहीं, ओ वेट शॉर्ट फॉर्म में कंफ्यूजन हो जाएगा, बेटर ए लिख लो बाबा, कंट्रीब्यूशन पर यूनिट, बेटर ए सॉरी बाय मिस्टेक बाबा, बाय मिस्टेक, एक्सट्रीमली सॉरी। बीपी इन क्वांटिटी हो गया सर, बीपी इन वैल्यू कैसा आएगा, बीपी इन वैल्यू सॉरी इन यूनिट्स को आप सेल प्राइस से मल्टीप्लाई करो, या फिर आप फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट को कंट्रीब्यूशन मल्टीप्लाई बाय सेल से कर दो, एक ही बात है। कंट्रीब्यूशन पर यूनिट निकाल लो तो आपको क्वांटिटी आएगा, कंट्रीब्यूशन इन टोटल है तो वैल्यू देगा, सिंपल फॉर्मूला। बट न्यूमरेटर में दोनों जगह फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट ही रहेगा, न्यूमरेटर में ऑलवेज देयर विल बी फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट ओनली। if you want to calculate use this, if you want to calculate value use this, right। फिर आता है कैश बीईपी, कैश बीईपी मतलब सिंपल, कैश फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट डिवाइडेड बाय कंट्रीब्यूशन पर यूनिट। व्हाट डू मीन बाय कैश फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट, कैश फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट, कैश फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट मतलब जो फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट आपके इसमें ओनली आउटफ्लो है इन टर्म्स ऑफ कैश, इट डजंट इंक्लूड द डेप्रिसिएशन अमोर्टाइजेशन। याद रखना, बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट बात बोल रहा हूं, इफ the question comes with calculation of cash BP, so deduct the depreciation, deduct the amortization expenditure, which are non-cash expenditure, because total expenditure minus non-cash is equal to cash fixed cost. Only consider those fixed costs which are in cash proportion, right? Zale PVR per, what is this, percentage change in contribution oblique percentage change in profit, either you take the contribution ka changes or you take the changes of profit, right, then divided by sales. This depends the question data. If the question is given with 2 months contribution and 2 months sales, can you calculate PVR? Yes, change in the sale, change in the contribution. So the formula is change in the contribution divided by change in sale, simple. Next formula, BEP in value, total fixed cost divided by PVR, but it should be in percentage, huh? PVR ratio you have to write down in percentage. Contribution, how can you calculate? Contribution is sales multiplied by PVR. सेल्स मल्टीप्लाई बाय पीवीआर करोगे तो वही आएगा, क्योंकि पीवीआर का फॉर्मूला क्या है, ढूक लो, पीवीआर का फॉर्मूला क्या है, सेल्स डिवाइडेड बाय कंट्रीब्यूशन ना, अरे सेम फॉर्मूला, हियर एंड देयर, प्लस माइनस सेम टू सेम। देखो, कैन वी कैलकुलेट सेल्स विद दिस फॉर्मूला? यस, कंट्रीब्यूशन डिवाइडेड बाय पीवीआर, दिस विल गिव यू सेल्स, राइट, एंड कंट्रीब्यूशन कैलकुलेट करोगे तो सेल्स मल्टीप्लाई बाय पीवीआर। कैश फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट इज एक्सक्लूडिंग द नॉन कैश। एड बीपी, cost is equal to revenue. Can we say cost is equal to revenue? Yes, no profit no loss. And next is percentage variable cost to sales plus PVR. Means now this is most important. Now this formula is very very important. Please concentrate, guys, please concentrate. Let's say sales is 100, variable cost is 70 lakh, contribution is 30, फिक्स्ड कॉस्ट इज 10 रुपये, ठीक है, ये आ गया आपका प्रॉफिट। प्रॉफिट कितना? 20। नाउ वी हैव टू कंसिडर ओनली दीज फैक्टर फर्स्ट। व्हाट इज द वेरिएबल कॉस्ट टू सेल्स परसेंटेज? इट इज 70%। व्हाट इज द कंट्रीब्यूशन टू सेल्स परसेंटेज? इट इज 30%। कैन वी से 30 प्लस 70 इज इट 100%? यस, प्रूव्ड लॉजिकली। So can we say variable percentage of variable cost to sales plus percentage of contribution to sales, which we call it as PVR only, So can we say 70 plus 30 is equal to 100% ही आएगा? Always in all types of question this will definitely come 100%, everywhere 100%। सबको समझा क्या? बोलो, सबको समझा क्या? Everybody, I want your confirmation in the comment section. Tell me clearly, are you clear with this? 110%. Sir, there are two things which total give you 100. There are two things where the total gives you 100. Total gives you 100. टोटल कितना है? बोलो, जल्दी बोलो, अरे जल्दी बोलो। 100 किसका किसका आएगा? एक वेरिएबल कॉस्ट टू सेल वाला, एक वेरिएबल कॉस्ट टू सेल वाला प्लस पीवीआर वाला, एंड सेकंड कौन सा था? बोलो, सेकंड कौन सा था? बोलो, सेकंड कौन सा था? सेकंड था तुम्हारा बीपी प्लस मॉस वाला। याद आ गया भाई साहब? अभी ये वाला जो पॉइंट था ना, ये फॉर्मूला लिख लो, ये इसका लॉजिक और उसका अपना एक्सप्लेनेशन लिख लो फास्ट। सबका बोलो एक बार। परफेक्ट, परफेक्ट हो गया क्या? बोलो बोलो बोलो। Clear? Is it done? There are 2 points where the total will be 100. डन क्या? सबका लिख के हो गया क्या? सारे फॉर्मूला, सारा अंडरस्टैंडिंग, सारा बेसिक पार्ट क्लियर है? राइट? ये आपको अगर बेसिक अंडरस्टैंडिंग क्लियर हो गया, ऑल द फॉर्मूलाज, ऑल दी सिचुएशन 1 2 3 एंड दिस, देन यू आर डन, 200% डन. राइट? यस, आई एम इन नीड ऑफ योर कंफर्मेशन बाबा. जल्दी जल्दी बोलो, जल्दी जल्दी बोलो बाबा. झाले का? डन डना डन डन बोलो. डन डना डन डन. परफेक्ट. यस, very 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 good. चलेगा? So we will continue tomorrow. We are closing our session in bit early today. I'm occupied with one of the work. I have to complete the entire schedule part because CA foundation examination are there from 24 to 30. So I have to plan few things for them. So urgently I have to go for a meeting. So for only for today we are closing our session early. Tomorrow I'll take 1 hour 30 minutes full. Don't worry. चलेगा? Good day, take care, bye bye. Hope you मजा करो. See you tomorrow. Thank you.